guys, Call the Death Knight of Emily here, bringing you my episode review for One Piece episode 787. Yeah, like I said, guys, I'm still not sure if I'm gonna do this regular thing, but there was like enough good stuff in here for me to talk about. Okay, so the first thing to note off is that putting figures up pretty early on as to who Luffy and the Straw Hats are, and I just want to talk about Pedro. The man has no chill and just gives zero fucks. Like the moment he realizes that there's gonna be a threat, he's on that like he's on that like well I hate to use he's just on that shit pronto. Like he just makes split second decisions, and actually in many respects I respect him for that, but it's also fucking hilarious, honestly. Like yeah. Um and another big thing to note in this episode is that, so yeah, Pedro, you're definitely the big man right now, and I love you. Also, another thing to note is that in this episode, Pudding mentions a sister who left looking for a lover of her own, and if that isn't already enough of a clue for the anime onlys out there of who exactly she's talking about, then yeah. She guys, I don't think I need to spoil. I think you guys can already figure it out for yourself. But guys, it's Lola. Okay, yeah, it's definitely fucking it's Lola from Thriller Bark. And the thing about it is that I think this definitely cements in a way something that people often forget about One Piece is that yes, it is a long runner. Okay, but the thing about it is, guys, is with One Piece, you cannot skip a single arc. Okay, I will admit there are arcs out there that are definitely slow paced, but honestly, it's stuff like this, little touches like this, that really make me want to say to all those out there who want to skip One Piece, want to skip arcs in One Piece, to say, don't do it. Okay, each and every arc has its each and every Oda is a writer is an eccentric genius of a writer. He makes sure every single arc in his story has some kind of over has some kind of overarching element to the plot, and has some kind of a future in his overall story. So yeah, rant over on that one. Um, Also, another thing we learn is more about Big Mom and how her and basically her entire family is basically is what is the backbone or the pillar that makes up the entire Big Mom Pirates. Because we learn in this episode that apparently Big Mom, okay, she is a fucking slut. Okay? She is real in this episode. She has 39 daughters, 46 sons, and 43 husbands. Okay, Big Mom. What the fuck? Like, seriously, Big Mom gets around. Like, wowzas. Like, yeah, Big Mom really likes to spread those legs. But honestly, what's even more fucked up about it is that all this, all like she's gone through all these pregnancies, of course, and this shit cannot be consensual. It cannot be. She is fucking raping these men with no regard for with no regard for with no regard for these men at all. Like these men need to be rescued and given fucking therapy, years and years and years of fucking therapy. Okay, like yeah, seriously, these men could not have consented to giving to giving the poontang to giving the big old dick to Big Mom. Okay, it just couldn't have. But yeah, it's like wowzers. Um, Also, another thing to note in this episode is that through also yeah, but rant over about that one too. But also, I think we get a little exposition through Pudding that apparently even though Sanji did of course admit that he did have a desire to marry Pudding, he also learned that he also had a desire in order to keep traveling with of course the Straw Hats. And to me, even though Sanji himself wasn't there, I feel that a little bit of exposition was also giving us great character development and great characterization of who Sanji is as a character. I mean, okay, yes, he does like to flirt with women. He does like to he does like to flirt with women. He does like to do all that. But at the core of it, Sanji's whole thing about flirting with women, it's from like it's from just kind of a simple quirk, kind of like how Luffy has his love of meat. Sanji just has this an infatuation of flirting with women. It's not meant to be taken seriously. It's just sort of like little quirky inside joke or something. And yeah, and but more importantly than that is that it just shows that how much Sanji actually respects his crewmates and how much he actually cares for every one of the crewmates. Like again, a joke is that he only says Rob and Nami and the rest, but at the core he still does care about all the Straw Hats. So yeah, I feel that little bit of exposition did wonders for Sanji as a character. It's something I already knew, of course, but it's great. Like this whole episode, honestly, it just did great at giving us a lot of a lot of info and reinforcing a lot of things that of course that many people might not really take into consideration a lot of the time. But yeah, this episode did wonders for that. Um, Also, I'm not gonna lie. As much as I'm not gonna lie. I have some serious doubts about Pudding. I just have some serious fucking doubts about her, to be honest with you, because I mean, okay, but before anyone says anything, yes, I have read the manga. I am reading the manga, so I'll stop it there. But let's just say, guys, that trust me, I don't trust Pudding as far as I can throw. Like there is gonna be, I feel like that there is gonna be something there, like especially in the little progression we did. Like honestly, the progression in this episode was just kind of a little slow. I'm not gonna lie, but the progression we did get with Pudding showing the Straw Hats a map to get to Whole Cake Island, I'm not sure. Even just that little hint of her showing the Straw Hats how to get to Whole Cake Island, there's a bit of doubt I have in my mind as to whether or not she's actually going to be there, and that she's basically she's setting a whole trap for the Straw Hats. I know she is. Like, yeah, I have my serious doubts about Pudding. Like, no, there's no way in hell. Like the thing about it is, there's no way in hell that a daughter raised by Big Mom, the big bitch herself, could be that nice. Like honestly, it's impossible. It's impossible for anyone to be that nice. It's really kind of a yeah. I don't trust Pudding at all, honestly. Um, Another thing in this episode is that we get a brief look at who I can assume are Sanji's brothers, and I'm not sure about their power. It looks like they have the same kind of tech and gear as Yon Gigi and Reiju, but I wonder if their powers are. I wonder what kind of powers they have because we see that each that with Reiju she basically has the power to suck up poison. So I wonder if I wonder if her I wonder if the other members of the German 66 have the Vinsmoke family and German 66 have different powers, or if they're just kind of or if they have or if they have some kind of power that of course that correlates with their code name or something like that. But yeah, it should be interesting for sure. Like I'm interested to see what Sanji's brothers have to offer at the table, and like these guys are the Germa, so I imagine that they are pretty strong. But I also get the feeling that if at the same time, if they really have to, if they have to go through the whole thing of marrying, the thing I've been thinking about is if they have to go through all this trouble of marrying Sanji off to Big Mom in order to gain her as an ally and strength in order to conquer the North Blue, you really have to wonder exactly how strong these guys really are because to be honest with you, if they need help to conquer the North Blue, then how strong can they really be? But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm sure they're strong. I just don't think they're like big momsels or anything like that. So, but yeah. Also, final note: Peckham's message of turning back. That yes, this is routes to turn back. Um, on one hand, I want to say he was he was abducted. He was abducted, but at the same time, in the same way that I seriously doubt Pudding is willing to help, I'm not so sure about. I also doubt that. I also think that this is Peckham's way of. This is Peckham's way of luring them into a trap, or someone is definitely luring them to a trap. I'm not sure if it's actually Peckham's, and it was maybe one was one of Big Mom's crew who just kind of took Peckham's away, and they're set, and the crew, the Big Mom crew is actually setting a trap for the Straw Hats. But I mean, yeah, that's what makes the most sense to me right now is that Peckham's probably is kind of he probably escaped the ship, but the Big Mom pirates are the ones who left the message, I assume, because I think Big Mom knows pretty much just from that little chat with Luffy as to what kind of person Luffy is. So he is like Luffy is kind of taking the bait already. So it's yeah, I think they're in the same way that they shouldn't trust Pudding. I think they're falling into a Big Mom trap with the whole turn back thing as well. But yeah, it should be interesting where things will go from here because we're of course we're dealing with a Yago here, so it's gonna be tough, I imagine. Um, but yeah, guys, that's my review of One Piece episode 787. A pretty good episode. The pacing wasn't very good, but it just had a lot of nice little touches to it, and that I really liked. And if I had to give it a rating, I'd say 8 out of 10 for this one. But yeah, that's my. You guys hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Or yeah, but or follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Deadline of Anime signing off. Later, guys.